Hey guys, I hope you missed me because I miss you really hard. In this video I'll show you how to make this DC electrolyzer. At the time of the video release, this is the most powerful of the hydrogen reactors I have made. This model is good for lab research, hydrogen experiments, and also powerful enough to use it as a hydrogen booster in internal combustion engines. It can produce several liters of brown gas per minute. Just can't wait to show you everything about it, so you're watching Alex Lab and this is How It Works section. The electrolyzer is a hot of brown gas generated device for producing a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. In addition to the electrolyzer, the hydrogen generator includes other important parts. Power supply, it can be lithium batteries, an AC adapter or laboratory power supply. The control units, which is the brain, buttons, water level sensors and temperature sensors, water tank and connecting hoses, water shutter or bubbler, and necessarily a flashback arrestor. Depending on exact model, the generator may include other components, but these are necessary. Here is how the simplest hydrogen generator works. Fill up water in the tank. Water fills all the cavities between the metal plates. When electrical current is applied to the plates, water is decomposed into hydrogen, oxygen and other components depending on ecological problems of your habitat. The resulting gases together with the foam exit through the upper opening of the cell. Water is drained back into the tank and gas with a small amount of water vapor exit through the upper hole. Thus, the electrolyzer automatically starts the circulation of water in the system. Then the gas and steam enter the water bubbler. Here the gas is drained of steam and gas further. But the main task of the bubbler is to separate the electrolyzer and the gas tank from the rest of the system using water shutter. What are the advantages of this system? Firstly, a hydrogen generator is a mini power station. Just think about it. Just to get a drop of gasoline, propane and any fossil fuel you need a whole infrastructure, which includes stations for extraction, refining, processing, transportation of fuel. One such station in the one city, another is in another, and the station itself can occupy the territory of the entire city. Here we get the final product, hydrogen fuel, right on the table. Secondly, the generator gives fuel and oxygen. Note that the electrolyzer generates not only hydrogen but also oxygen. That is both fuel and oxidizer. In internal combustion engines, jet engines and in all types of engines that run on any type of fuel, there are sophisticated devices for mixing fuel with air in the right proportions, so that combustion or detonation is efficient as possible. In the electrolyzer we get a ready-made mixture in ideal ratio. Yes, if you need to stock up such a mixture, this is danger, and that's why I never store it but use the entire volume immediately after generation. And the third process is available for everyone. So hydrogen fuel is the most affordable fuel after birch firewood. Most of my subscribers have water and electricity, so that exact thing you can do at home. If you finally believed in the awesome idea of getting fuel on your knee, we proceed to the manufacture of the power station. The main parts of electrolyzer are stainless steel metal plates and special rubber gaskets. I use AC304 stainless steel sheet. Thickness is 1 mm. If it's thinner, the plates may bend and there will be problems with tightness. If it's thicker, it is simply overspending of metal and the electrolyzer will be heavier. After cutting and processing the edges, grind the plates. Each side must be sanded horizontally and vertically. If this is not done, then the gas bubbles will stick on the metal due to the surface tension. This greatly reduces the efficiency of the cell. When the plates are ready, they can be used as templates for cutting rubber gaskets. The thickness of rubber is 2 mm. It's better to make the width of the gasket at least 10 mm, otherwise it starts to leak with strong pressure. The special type of rubber is called warm, frost, acid, alkali resistant rubber. The body of the electrolyzer can be made of fluoroplastic metal or plexiglass. I use 8 mm thick transparent plexiglass to watch what happens inside. If you also choose plexiglass, then it's better to cut it with a laser machine and then cut the thread for the fittings. Here are all the components of the cell: 2 plexiglass body plates, 13 metal plates, 14 rubber pads, well another 20 nuts M4, 20 screws M4 with the length of 60 mm, 40 washers and a pair of fitting. Getting started assembly. You can't just take and assemble the electrolyzer. There should not be a single speck of dust in the cell and not a single greasy speck. This directly affects the tightness and efficiency of the cell. Every plate and gasket are thoroughly cleaned of dust and thread with a solvent. Dry all the components with a head dryer, collect them in a clean place, and only after it proceed to the assembly. What are the sequence of layers? The bottom layer is a plexiglass case, then the rubber gasket, metal, and so on, and at the top layer is plexiglass case. To make the whole assembly smooth, I screwed 2 guide screws into the lower plexiglass. You can also use thin, even rods such as hexagon keys, so that the contact pins of the plates also lie flat. Pay attention to the position of the contact pins in my assembly. Typically, contacts are outputted in 2 sides. Plates number 1, 3, 5, etc. are connected by 1 screw, and plates number 2, 4, 6, etc. are connected by another one. I assembled the plates so that each of them could be connected separately. Before you put the top cover, check if everything assembled correctly. The main thing is to check that there is a clear alternation of rubber metal, and so that the sandwich itself doesn't core in either direction. After checking, install the top cover and proceed to tighten the electrolyzer with screws. This is the most crucial part. The idea is to squeeze the structure with a great force, evenly and gently. The most dangerous thing, never start tightening according to the principle "I'll tighten that nut that hangs harder." This skews the entire structure, leads to leak, and mostly like the case will crack. Here is the right way. First, we fix the corner screws to slightly squeeze the entire assembly. Be sure to use washers on both sides. After the corner screws, add the center screws and tighten the assembly even more. Keep the clearance the same around the perimeter using a Vermeer caliper. You can also cut a special wooden stick to make it easier to measure the gap. The tighter the screws are tightened, the smaller rotation angle of the wrench. When the corner and center screws are tightened and don't hang, add the rest screws. To what extent can the structure be compressed? In my design there are 14 2mm insulators and 13 1mm plates. That is the thickness of my assembly without tightening is 41mm. I stang assembled to 36mm, this is about 13%. Such compression gives sufficient tightness up to 5 atmospheres and can withstand more, I will check it later. After finishing the screed, install the fittings, lower for water input, upper for gas output. Be sure to cut the thread to the end, otherwise fitting can crack plexiglass. Use foam tape to make the assembly hermetically. Also make a dummy screw into the technical hole that was used to assemble the sandwich. At this stage you can check the electrolyzer for leaks using a big syringe and barometer. This is how the finished electrolyzer looks. Using this technology it is possible to manufacture electrolyzer for any required power. To connect the electrolyzer to the power supply you will need wires with diameter 1.5 and terminal blocks for 3mm screws. The wiring diagram for the plates will depend on the power supply. The main thing is that the voltage on the nearest plates is from 1 and 2 to 2 volts. Also, for laboratory experiments, in this model it's possible to connect not all the plates but only part of it. The nuances of connecting and launching will be in the next video, and now good news in prize competition for subscribers. In the last report competition Germanson Show from Moscow won. He reposted my Instagram photo, got 174 likes and won the sponsor's certificate from Alex Lab channel. If you want to receive gift from Alex Lab, take part in the next contest. The author of the comment will get the most likes in a week, gets access to all PDF instructions and blueprints of Alex Lab for free. What about current projects? A hydrogen reactor that doesn't consume electricity and a jet engine are still in progress, doesn't have enough time and money for all projects at the same time, so become a sponsor to help Alex Lab projects move faster. Subscribe, click the likes, and see you in the next week.